Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.
Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. Never succumb to the temptation of bitterness. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. There comes a time when one must take a position that is neither safe, nor politic, nor popular, but he must take it because conscience tells him it is right. Be a bush if you can't be a tree, if you can't be a highway, just be a trail. If you can't be a sun, be a star, for it isn't by size that you win nor fail. Be the best of whatever you are. We've got some difficult days ahead, but it really doesn't matter with me now because I've been to the mountaintop, I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. I believe that unarmed truth and unconditional love will have the final word in reality. This is why right, temporarily defeated, is stronger than evil triumphant. There comes a time when people get tired of being pushed out of the glittering sunlight of life's July and left standing amid the piercing chill of an alpine November. We must develop and maintain the capacity to forgive. He who is devoid of the power to forgive is devoid of the power to love. There is some good in the worst of us and some evil in the best of us. When we discover this, we are less prone to hate our enemies. Rarely do we find men who willingly engage in hard, solid thinking. There is an almost universal quest for easy answers and half-baked solutions. Nothing pains some people more than having to think. Hate is just as injurious to the hater as it is to the hated. Like an unchecked cancer, hate corrodes the personality and eats away its vital unity. Many of our inner conflicts are rooted in hate. This is why psychiatrists say, love or perish. Hate is too great a burden to bear. Power without love is reckless and abusive, and love without power is sentimental and anemic. Power at its best is love implementing the demands of justice. And justice at its best is power correcting everything that stands against love. If one loves an individual merely on account of his friendliness, he loves him for the sake of the benefits to be gained from the friendship, rather than for the friend's own sake. Consequently, the best way to assure oneself that love is disinterested is to have love for the enemy neighbor from whom you can expect no good in return, but only hostility and persecution. All we say to America is, A, be true to what you said on paper. If I lived in China or even Russia, or any totalitarian country, maybe I could understand the denial of certain basic First Amendment privileges, because they hadn't committed themselves to that over there. But somewhere I read of the freedom of assembly, somewhere I read of the freedom of speech, somewhere I read of the freedom of the press. Somewhere I read that the greatness of America is the right to protest for right. You know, a lot of people don't love themselves, and they go through life with deep and haunting emotional conflicts, so the length of life means that you must love yourself, and you know what loving yourself also means. It means that you've got to accept yourself. A genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus but a molder of consensus. I am not interested in power for power's sake, but I'm interested in power that is moral, that is right and that is good. True peace is not merely the absence of tension, it is the presence of justice.